Welcoming a new baby into the family is a really magical time. It's a time full of great joy, amazing love, and so many new things to learn and see. But along with these wonderful feelings, new parents often have new things to take care of and new worries too. One of the biggest things many new parents think about is how to handle their money. Taking time off work to care for a newborn is important for the baby to grow and for parents to feel good. But having less money coming in during this time can make things stressful. This is where it's super important to understand the help that's out there for you. Knowing there's help can really ease those money worries, so you can focus on what's most important, your new baby. In Germany, and especially in Berlin, the government understands these challenges. They offer money help to support parents during this big change. This guide is here to help you understand and apply for one of the main kinds of money help. It's called Parental Allowance, or Elterngeld. Our goal is to give you clear, simple information so you feel sure and ready. Elterngeld is a big help from the government in Germany. It's there to help parents who take time off work or work less after their baby is born or they adopt a child. The main point of Elterngeld is to give parents some money back when they take time off work. This helps them focus on their new baby. This help isn't just for moms. Dads are also really encouraged to take time off for the baby and apply for Elterngeld too. There are two main kinds of Elterngeld you should know about: Basis Elterngeld and Elterngeld Plus. Basis Elterngeld is the classic or basic option. Parents can get this for up to 12 months, or it can be up to 14 months if both parents take at least 2 months off for the baby. Elterngeld Plus is more flexible and is great for parents who want to start working part-time again sooner. Picking between Basis Elterngeld and Elterngeld Plus, or even using a bit of both, really depends on your own family's situation and your plans. Understanding these differences is the first step to making a good choice that helps your family. Knowing when to apply for Elterngeld is really important to make sure everything goes smoothly and you get your payments on time. You can only turn in the application after your baby is born. But you can start getting the application ready and collecting all the papers you need while you're pregnant. It's usually a good idea to send in the application within the first 3 months after your baby is born. Elterngeld can be paid for up to 3 months back, starting from when the Elterngeld office gets your application. The best thing to do is send in your filled-out application as soon as you can after your baby is born, once you have the official birth certificate. In Berlin, the youth offices in the different city districts are the ones that handle Elterngeld applications. You need to apply at the youth office in the district where you and your child officially live and are registered. Every district in Berlin has its own Elterngeld office, which is part of the youth office. Usually you can turn in your application in person, send it by mail, or sometimes even do it online, depending on your district office. It's important to know exactly where and how to apply in your Berlin district. To get your parental allowance, you'll need to get some important papers together. The most important paper, which you only get after your baby is born, is your child's original birth certificate. Make sure it's the special copy that says it's for parental allowance. Then, you'll need ID papers for both parents. These are usually copies of your passports or ID cards. You'll also need your registration certificates to show you live in Berlin. Proof of your income is also very important. If you're an employee, this is usually your pay stubs from the 12 months before the month your baby was born. If you're self-employed, to show your income, you'll usually need your latest tax notice and maybe a profit and loss statement. Lastly, you'll need a letter from your employer about your job, and if needed, they're okay for your parental leave. Section 5. Filling out the parental benefit application form, a step-by-step guide. In the first part of the form, they usually ask for your personal information and your partner's. This includes your full names, birth dates, addresses, and contact information, like phone numbers and email addresses. You'll also need to give your tax ID numbers and bank details like IBAN and BIC for where the parental benefit will be sent. The next section is usually about your child. You need to provide your child's full name and birth date, and include the original birth certificate for the parental benefit. After the child's details, the form asks about your income and your job situation before the birth. Employees need to provide their employer's details and their average income for the last 12 months. Self-employed people need to give details about their self-employment income, usually from their last tax statement. In the last main part of the application, you need to say how you want to get your parental benefit. Check all the information carefully before you send in the application. Section 6. Teamwork pays off. The partnership bonus explained. The partnership bonus is an extra perk that's part of Elterngeld Plus. It's there to encourage both parents to share taking care of the kids. It also helps families where both mom and dad want to work part-time together for a while. This bonus means you can get extra months of Elterngeld Plus. This happens if both parents work part-time for at least 2, 3, or 4 months straight. The main rule is, both parents need to work part-time for 2 to 4 months, one after the other. This usually means working between 24 and 32 hours a week. The great thing about the partnership bonus is that each parent can get up to 4 extra months of Elterngeld Plus. You ask for the partnership bonus at the same time you apply for your regular Elterngeld Plus. For this time, you'll also need to send in papers from your jobs showing your part-time hours. Section 7. Sending it off. Here's how to send in your parental benefit application. Once you've carefully filled out your parental benefit application and gathered all the papers you need to turn it into the right parental benefit office in Berlin. Like we said before, this is the office in the district where you and your child are officially registered. Before you send it off, double-check all the information on the form to make sure it's correct and complete. Make sure all the needed signatures are there. Usually, both parents need to sign the application. The old-fashioned way is by mail. If you go this route, it's a really good idea to send your application by registered mail. At some parental benefit offices in Berlin, you can also drop off the application in person at their office. More and more Berlin district offices are also letting you send in the application online. No matter how you send in your application, always make full copies of the whole application form and all your papers for your own records. If your application gets lost, or if there are any mix-ups or questions from the parental benefit office, your own copies will be a lifesaver. After you send it in, be patient, because it can take different amounts of time to process. Section 8. Extra help and common questions. Last tips for Berlin parents. A big question parents often have is about how to figure out exactly how much parental allowance they'll get. Even though the general rule is 65 to 67% of your old take-home pay, working it out can be tricky, especially if your pay changes a lot, if you get maternity benefits, or if you work for yourself. If you want to get an estimate before you apply, there are lots of parental allowance calculators online you can use. Another question people ask a lot is about what to do when things in your life change. Like, what if your work hours change while you're getting parental allowance plus? Or what if you want to go back to work sooner than you thought? It's super important to tell the parental allowance office right away about any changes that could affect your benefits. A lot of parents also ask if they can get parental allowance if they weren't working before their baby was born. For example, if they were students or didn't have a job. Yes, you can still get parental allowance. In these cases, you'll usually get the minimum amount, which right now is 300 euros a month for basic parental allowance, or 150 euros a month for parental allowance plus. And one last really useful tip. If you're feeling unsure about any part of this process, don't be afraid to ask for advice. Lots of neighborhoods in Berlin have advice centers for families. They can help you with parental allowance and other benefits for families. Section 9. Your journey continues. Let's look at more support and resources. Applying for parental benefit is just one step on the exciting journey of being a parent. This guide is meant to make the application process in Berlin easier for you. But remember, you're not alone if you have more questions or need some help. The City of Berlin and different organizations offer lots of help and resources for new parents and families. So take some time to check out these options. They can give you great information, real help, and ways to connect with other parents. Your local youth welfare office is often a good first place to go for info about different family benefits, not just the parental benefit. Lots of family centers in Berlin have classes, playgroups, and advice services for new parents. These centers can be wonderful places to meet other families, share your experiences, and get advice on your child's development, parenting questions, and local services. Also, websites like the official Berlin City Portal, berlin.de, or the Federal Ministry for Family Affairs, Senior Citizens, Women and Youth, BMFFJ, have tons of information and brochures you can download about parental benefit and other family services. Congratulations on your growing family. We wish you all the best on this wonderful new adventure as parents.